In NFL history, only 7 head coaches have been traded from one team to another. Yet, Sean Payton will be added to that list. Less than a year after retiring, Sean Payton is ready to lace up the sneakers, put on the visor, chew some gum on the sideline, go back out there and try to spark some things up with a new offense, a new defense, a new team with new potential. The New Orleans Saints are kind of old news at this point. He's been there for over 16 years, and he doesn't really want to head back down to the Superdome and embark in that quarterback trouble and all the controversy that's going on in that city. So, as Sean Payton, you have a lot of options. Quite frankly, you're the best coach that has hit the free agent market in NFL history. You got a lot of teams to choose from, whether it be the Cardinals, whether it be the Broncos, whether it be the Chargers, who just got bounced in the wild card round. You even got potentially the Cowboys, which had been one of his more favored spots. I mean, he even lived there for a while. He's been on the staff. Jerry Jones is a pretty interesting guy. There's a lot of different options that Sean Payton sees. Today, we're going to break down each and every option to see where Sean Payton fits best, where he'll have the most success, and how probable it is he'll be on that team. Starting off, we'll start with the Arizona Cardinals. They have the highest odds to land Sean Payton, but in my head, they got a little bit of controversy that comes with it. Kyler Murray, their quarterback, is in a little bit of a limbo here. He doesn't understand all of the aspects of being a franchise quarterback. He doesn't have the dedication in the film room. He doesn't have the team bought in around him. Some people are questioning whether or not he's even focused on being the franchise quarterback. He's got a lot of distractions, whether it be video games, whether it be an insane amount of money from that big contract. Whatever the case may be, people are questioning whether or not he's the guy. You got veteran teammates around him that are saying it's like Arizona turned him into a monster. He doesn't even want to fulfill the requirements. He doesn't even want to meet the expectations now that he got his payday. So with that being said, Sean Payton is tasked with bringing Kyler Murray back down to earth, putting him in a good scheme, and highlighting each and every weapon on that Arizona Cardinals team. However, one of the weapons will not be with them going forward. DeAndre Hopkins wants out. DeAndre Hopkins wants a trade. So as Sean Payton, you're walking into a new environment. You already got, dirt on your hands, so to speak. You already got a problem. You can look at it one of two ways. You could turn that into capital, move forward, and have more room for whether it be a draft pick, free agent, whatever the case may be. Or you got a toxic culture that you already got to fix. Now, if you're Sean Payton, do you want to walk into a toxic culture? Do you want to walk in on people calling out your franchise quarterback, your most important piece? Sure, Kyler's got a lot of talent, and if anyone can put him in a situation to succeed, it'll be Sean Payton. But do you want to take on that challenge when there's plenty of other teams with a lot less problems, a lot less baggage? That'll be a pretty common topic throughout this video is baggage. You got to rate it. You got to see what spot is best. You're moving your entire career to a new city, a new organization, a new team. You want to make sure all the pieces fit right. And in my head, this Arizona Cardinals scheme, this Arizona Cardinals fit just doesn't seem like the best option for Sean Payton. Look at their defense. Defense ranked in the bottom third of the NFL. You got J.J. Watt retiring. Big piece of that culture. Big piece of that veteran leadership. Gone. Out the door. J.J. Watt is gone. Sean Payton, I'm sure he's seen it. I'm sure he's realized, man, this is probably going to be one of the toughest things to fix in Arizona. But going forward, you got a lot of talent. You got Isaiah Simmons. You got Chandler Jones. You got a lot of things that you can piece around. And hell, you got the third pick in the draft. The 35th pick in the draft. All you got to do is move some things around, whether it be D-Hop, whether it be some picks, create some capital, create some space, and get a fundamental base for that team. Is Sean Payton the guy to do it? I'm just not sure. I'm not sure that they've convinced him. I'm not sure that he's comfortable in that spot. I think Sean Payton will probably have a better chance in a Los Angeles and a Dallas to be able to create some overnight success. However, another team I think that might not be the best fit is the Denver Broncos. You want to talk about quarterback problems? Lord, they got him. Russell Wilson. Is he even Russell Wilson anymore? Team 3 might have gotten in his head more than Russell should have gotten in his head. Russell seems to be a shell of himself. Horrible year for him, but, similar to Kyler Murray, Sean Payton is the guy to turn this around. Sean Payton is the offensive guru. He was able to do this in the past. This situation, whether it be Kyler, whether it be Russ, has been compared to the Drew Brees situation. But let me shine a little light on this. Drew Brees was 27 years old when Sean Payton arrived as a first-time head coach in New Orleans. They get Drew Brees in a trade from the Chargers, and he's got a couple things that he wants to fine-tune and refresh, and it worked out. Drew Brees turned into a very accurate quarterback. He turned into a marksman in the pocket. I just don't know if Russell Wilson has that same capabilities, has that same potential. He's 34. He's 7 years his elder to Drew in terms of the switch and when the changes were made. It might be a little bit too late for Russ. That baggage might be a little bit too much for Sean Payton to handle. But here's going to be the thing for Denver. They shot themselves in the foot with the Russell Wilson trade. They lose their first round, their second round. Sure, they get a first round back from, I believe it's the Niners because of the trade with Miami. However, I just don't think that that's enough to woo Sean in. What will be enough to woo Sean in will be Rob Walton's checkbook. The Walton family owns Walmart, of course. Will the checkbook be enough to keep Sean Payton? Sure, they could pay him $20, $25 million a year. You know, they could pay him. They could be the highest paid coach in NFL. He could be the highest paid coach in any sport almost. But is that worth it? Is that what Sean Payton came back to do? Because Sean can sure, sit on Fox and talk NFL football for a pretty nice chunk of change. However, he wants to come back, he wants to win, and he wants to hoist another Lombardi up. So I don't think Denver would be the spot to go to. It's one of those situations where you're going to walk in and you're going to get your hands dirty quick, and you're going to have a lot of times where you think, man, maybe this wasn't the best shot. Maybe this wasn't the best destination for me and my family. Maybe I should have went, XYZ. So I think Sean's going to want to protect himself in that instance. However, Denver has a good shot as well. They're going to be his first in-person meeting as of Tuesday. But where would that meeting take place? In Los Angeles. Los Angeles Chargers are an interesting team here. You got Staley, who's still the head coach. However, I couldn't imagine that lasts much longer after this embarrassing loss to the Jaguars. Let's take you back a little bit. And last year, let's check out the Chargers versus the Raiders. Another embarrassing loss. Keeps him out of the playoffs. I think that the clock is ticking in Los Angeles if you're a Chargers fan, a Chargers player, or hell, even a Chargers front office worker. Everyone is waiting on when Los Angeles can win again. When can the Chargers, previously the San Diego Chargers, get back at the top of NFL football? It's been a while. Phillip Rivers leaves, and the whole entire, city gets turned upside down. Yet here comes Justin Herbert. Wow, he's got potential. He's going to be able to be the next guy. But he needs someone to unlock that potential he's got inside of him. Once again, Sean Payton. Best option. I think that, the fact that the interview's being held in Los Angeles, Sean's floating around Los Angeles, he's had his eye on this job for a while, gives hope to the Chargers, gives hope to that confusing team, confusing front office. They've got a lot of problems on the inside, whether it be them wanting to sell the team, them not knowing who to appoint as head coach a couple times, them not moving in the right direction, whether it be in the draft, in the offseason, whatever, may have you. Sean Payton can completely come in here, make the team do a 180, have a full clean out, bring in his staff, bring in his guys. They're playoff ready. They made the wild card with Staley. Unfortunate loss. A couple moves, maybe even a couple calls away from sealing that deal and keeping Trevor Lawrence out of it. I mean, 4 interceptions in the first half. You should never have a comeback like that, ever. I mean, you had a poor soul bet $1.4 million on the Chargers to take it home with the live odds. He was only going to win 11,000. I mean, he thought it was a lock. That guy definitely regrets his decision. But, Sean Payton doesn't want to regret his decision. So he's going to have to sit here and really consider Cardinals, Broncos, Chargers. Where can I win? But another piece to the puzzle. It could be a tangled web we weave here if Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys run into the same type of ending. They play Tom Brady and the Bucs on Monday, but Tom Brady's 7-0 against the Cowboys, 2-0 as a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Does Mike McCarthy have enough in him? Do the Cowboys have enough in them? They got a lot of talent, sure. CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard. Look at the defensive side of things. Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs. Sure, Dak Prescott's talented too as well at the quarterback spot, but he's had some questionable decisions here and there. And it's another one of those situations where each team Sean Payton will go to will have a quarterback who needs to be revitalized, a scheme which needs to be restarted. But what team puts him in the best position to win? I think that the Dallas Cowboys, they have the highest ceiling. Mike McCarthy put up back-to-back 12-win seasons. They missed the playoffs in its first year. However, the last 2 years, they were able to crack in there. Last year, unfortunate loss. This year, yet to be seen. Jerry Jones is on record saying he's going to have to look at a lot more when evaluating the season. He doesn't just want to look at a playoff loss for Mike McCarthy because he's coming in with, a 30-20 record in the past 3 years. I think that the support might be smoke and mirrors ahead of the playoffs. I think that Jerry Jones is trying to keep his team level-headed, trying to keep his team confident in the game. But if they lose to an 8-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneer team and have a wild card exit, I couldn't imagine that Mike McCarthy's seat wouldn't get a little hot, that a couple sweat bullets wouldn't drop on his face a little bit. It's a great fit, great defense, a lot of offensive tools. They got a late first rounder that will be probably dished out here, I'd have to assume. You've only seen, like I said earlier, 7 coach trades in NFL history. About 3 or 4 of those coach trades included a first-round pick. 2 of those had the team send picks as well. So what are the Saints going to do in this instance? They don't have a first-round pick. Mickey Loomis created a catastrophe with the draft and the future of the New Orleans Saints. You got quarterback problems. You got Michael Thomas potentially wanting out, restructuring his contract to be able to leave. And the Eagles just took your lunch money and ran, quite frankly. I think that the Saints is about, as out can get. You got Mickey Loomis announcing Dennis Allen will return as coach next season. They're looking for anything they can get. If you're a Saints fan and you're thinking y'all are going to get an insane first-round pick that can potentially get y'all quarterback like a Will Levis, a C.J. Stroud, a Bryce Young, I wouldn't get your hopes up. I mean, yeah, it's possible, but the value here is what is going to make this interesting, especially because the Saints are vulnerable. The Saints need anything. They'll take anything they can get. And the GMs that are calling the Saints know that. The leverage here is on the other 31 teams in the NFL, particularly these 4 teams that we named. Sure, 2 of them still have a head coach in the spot. The Chargers are probably going to cut the ties on that one here before the day's up. And Mike McCarthy's job is in his own hands, so to speak. Make the right calls, Mike, and Jerry won't have to get rid of you. I think Sean Payton's best bet is the Los Angeles Chargers. Plenty of people will agree with me. However, if I miss a team that you think Sean Payton should go to, leave it in the comments. Tell me why you think. Sean Payton will maybe potentially go to the Saints. Maybe potentially go to the Chargers. I think the writing's on the wall here for Sean Payton. I think he's got to go to Los Angeles. He's got to succeed. It's his best spot. Justin Herbert's got a lot of years left under him. Austin Eckler, phenomenal running back. Got Keenan Allen's great. Mike Williams, great. Look at the defensive side of things. Derwin James, great. JC, great. Khalil, Joey, you got it all. It's a talented squad. I think, your next best will be the Cowboys, but you got to deal with Jerry Jones. And Jerry Jones is about as unpredictable as ever. When you're a coach, you want to look at a couple things. You want to look at the owner, the GM. You want to look at the city, of course, and the team. How many teams check all those boxes, though, continuously? I know the Broncos don't. The Saints don't. The Cardinals don't. The Texans don't. The Colts don't. Only 2 real teams is the Chargers and the Cowboys. It seems like the decision's pretty much made for Sean Payton. I think his best situation is to pack bags, move to Los Angeles, start a new career, get a Lombardi, hang him up again. This has been the Verdin Verdict. Thanks for watching. Discuss with me in the comments below what you think. But before you go, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. This has been the Verdin Verdict, where we bring you sports talk on the go. Thank you to our sponsor, Bayou City Investment Advisors, for all your support. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.